Hi there, welcome to Megan Makes Cupcakes. Today I'm teaming up with Tiffany from Baking with Best, and we're getting super excited about Finding Dory coming out next month. So we decided to do a Finding Dory collaboration. I'll be making mini Dory cakes, and she's going to be making some adorable Dory cookies and show you the step-by-step. So I'm going to leave some information down below about her channel. Definitely check it out. She has some really awesome cookie tutorials. You don't want to miss those, so check those out. And also I will leave a link to her channel below. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is prepare a white cake mix according to the instructions. And I've just added some blue food dye here. I'm pouring that into my jelly roll pan that I've lined with parchment paper, and I'm just smoothing that out with my spatula. I'm going to pop this into my 350-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Once it has cooled off, you'll see there's some cracks here, but we can just work around that. And I'm just taking my main cookie cutter that I have here to cut out our Dory-shaped cake pieces. Then rolling out some blue fondant, we're going to use that exact same cookie cutter that we just used, and this time we're going to be cutting out fondant. Then I'm taking a small fondant tool and I'm etching out some lines on the top of the dorsal fin just to make it come to life a little bit more. Then we have two other cutters for our fins, for our back and our top fin. And we're just gonna cut those out here really quickly. Then using either the back of a knife or an offset spatula, we want to make some indentations into our fins to make them more lifelike. Now we're going to take one of the larger cutters that makes up the black portion of Dory's body. There's also a small teardrop shaped cookie cutter, and we're going to cut that out into the center of the black piece. And our last piece that we're going to cut out is the eye, and there's a small circle cutter that comes with the kit that you can use for that. Then I've mixed together some red and brown food dye, and just using a small paintbrush, I'm dotting the center of the white circle and just slowly bringing it out to make sure that it looks like a perfect circle. Take a tiny dot of black fondant and put it in the center of the eye. Now here comes the fun part. So now we've finished all of our pieces and we can finally glue those on using just a little bit of water. We're going to start with our black piece, then add the yellow fin on top of that in the back, then our side fin, and lastly we're going to finish this piece off with one of our eyes. Now we have these awesome Dory pieces set and ready to go. We're going to set them to the side, and we're going to take some of our canned frosting and we're going to heat this in the microwave for 30 seconds. Once we heat it up, it's a really nice thin consistency, not too thin, but just perfect for pouring over our mini cakes. And now I'm just adding in some blue food dye, and add as much as you need to get that deep blue color that's going to match the blue fondant that we used earlier. So this is just about the perfect color to match our fondant. We're going to take those cakes that we cut out earlier, and I'm setting them on top of a cookie rack, and I have a cookie sheet underneath lined with parchment paper to catch any of those drips that are definitely going to fall after we pour them on our cake. So I'm just going over each cake here, and I'm making sure that I get the edges. I want to make sure I get the tail really well, because that's the part that's kind of the hardest to coat here. Then you're just going to take any of that leftover frosting and you want to go over each one of your cakes one more time, and that's just going to really help smooth things out and give it a nicer finish. Once your cakes have stopped dripping, you want to take an offset spatula and pull them up very gently from that cookie sheet. This will help prevent any frosting icicles, I guess you could call them, from forming on the bottom of your cakes. So now that we've coated our cakes, we're ready to put on those Dory fondant toppers we made earlier. And there you have some really fun Dory mini cakes. These would be perfect for any kind of party or special occasion where you want to have a Dory themed get together. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.